Next Week in Wolfeboro is underwritten by the Downtown Grill Cafe. The Downtown Grill Cafe is located at 33 Main Street in beautiful Wolfeboro, New Hampshire, with a fantastic view of Lake Winnipesaukee and Cape Park. Hours of operations are daily from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. For more information about this underwriter, check out the website www.downtowngrill.cafe.
Welcome to Next Week in Wolfeboro. I'm your host, Will Hunter. Thank you to our friends at Downtown Grill Cafe for honoring Next Week in Wolfeboro. It is through their support and yours that programs like ours are possible on Wolfeboro Community Television. If you'd like to underwrite a program for Wolfeboro Community Television, please contact producers at 569-0219. We also want you to let your friends and family from out of town know they can watch this program on Facebook and YouTube. Once you are logged into either Facebook or YouTube, you must search for Wolfeboro Community Television and you'll find us on Next Week in Wolfeboro. Concerning the current situation regarding the COVID-19 virus affecting public events and group gatherings, it is important for you to confirm any of the events we mention will actually be taking place. We are sharing with you what we know has been planned and events scheduled in the Wolfeboro area. However, safety must come first, so respect and appreciate those for making the difficult decisions about continuing, postponing, or canceling events. With that said, let's head right over to the Libby Museum Park Day from Mrs. DeVries of the Chamber of Commerce about upcoming programs and events for the week ahead. We're sending it over to you, Mrs. DeVries. Hello over there at Libby Museum Park.
Hi, and welcome to Next Week in Wolfeboro. My name is Mary, and we have some things coming up in the community that we want to tell you about. And first, a reminder that if you know about an event, maybe you're involved with an organization who's presenting something in the community, please get that information to us. We would love to include it in our community calendar of events and other calendars and feature it in this show that we film every week. So right off the bat, I am excited to be able to tell you that the Wolfeboro Friends of Music is putting on a public concert. This will be on Saturday, September 26th at 7:30 in the evening, and will be online. It will be a fabulous videoed concert, and this will be featuring Fred Moyer. And Mr. Moyer is a pianist. He also has many patents, including the Moyer cam. And I just had to double check that name. A Moyer cam is going to allow him to present this wonderful concert in a much more detailed, clearer way for you. So we don't normally give out email addresses on this show, but get ready with a pencil, please, because the only way you can participate and enjoy the concert is to first email the Friends of Music. So their email address is info at friendsofmusic.org. And you can call us at the chamber if you need some help with that. Our number is 569-2200. And we also want to remind you that there are many weekly events that take place, including the Farmers Market at the Clark House Museum Complex property, and that is every Thursday, 12:30 to 4:30. The model yacht races go every Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 1 in the afternoon, and that's in Back Bay off of the Bridge Falls Path. So just some things to keep in mind. And including, we are here today on the property of the Libby Museum. And the Libby Museum is open by reservation only at this point through Columbus Day. So they were open this summer, but right now you can just give them a call at 569-1035 and set up an appointment to come in and enjoy the museum. So how did this museum come to be? Well, it was with thanks to Dr. Libby, who opened this museum in 1912, and he left it in perpetuity for the public to enjoy not only the museum itself, but this wonderful property, which includes the Libby Park, open to the public. So we're here under the gazebo. There are grounds around the museum, and including waterfront. That was Dr. Libby's doing as well to keep that unblocked view of the beautiful harbor on Lake Winnipesaukee. There is some green space that's just out of our sight right now, but a lovely green lawn where you can have a picnic and enjoy the views. There's also a public boat launch adjacent to that park. So Libby Museum, and it's a wonderful opportunity for you to come and learn about natural history and through the exhibits. The Libby Museum is the oldest natural history museum in the state of New Hampshire. What else? I guess that's how we'll leave it here. If you have any questions, again, please give us a call at 569-2200, and remember to shop, dine, and have fun in your town. And take it back to the studio now.
Thank you, Mrs. DeVries. Great to see yet another wonderful park resource right here in Wolfeboro. Here are some things I would like to share with everyone. Starting with Friday, September 25th. Hydrant flushing will continue until October 1st from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. at 11 p.m. until 6 a.m. This may cause some discolored water in the system. Cary Beach is now closed every day from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. On Saturday, September 26th, find some treasures and have some fun at the Gala Makerspace Tool Yard Sale. The fundraiser event will be at 23 Bay Street from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Donated items can be dropped off between 9:30 a.m. and 12 noon on Tuesday and Thursday. Tours to see inside the building will be held from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's Wolfeboro Residents' Day at the Wright Museum. That's right, free admission for all Wolfeboro residents. This month features artist Peter Farber. The Wolfeboro Friends of Music organization presents a video concert featuring Fred Moyer on piano at 7:30 p.m. For access to the concert, just send an email to info@friendsofmusic.org. The response will include a link for you to connect to the YouTube link after 7:15 p.m. There also will be a live Zoom conversation with Fred Moyer immediately after the concert. On Sunday, September 27th. This will be the last day to view the display of Associated Press photos of Vietnam, the Real War, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. at the Wright Museum. On Thursday, October 1st, Wolfeboro Area Farmers Market will be at Clark Park from 12:30 p.m. until 4:30 p.m. They often have local produce, fresh eggs, milk, meats, baked goods, and much more. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The All Saints Episcopal Church Wolfeboro dinner program will continue with meal distribution between 4 and 6 p.m. in the church parking lot every Thursday. On Friday, October 2nd, the Kingswood boys soccer team will play Plymouth at 6 p.m. on the Kingswood Alumni main field. Okay, let's send over to Parks and Recreation Department for an update on upcoming programs and activities. Christine Collins is at her desk. We're sending it over to you, Christine Collins.
Thanks, Will. Christine Collins here with Wolfeboro Parks and Recreation. Just want to share what's going on in our world. So we are getting ready to open the rink. We are supposed to open October 13th. So due to COVID-19, the rink will look a little different this year when opening. First off, we will not be having public skate or stick practice for the month of October at least. That's in uniform with the governor's orders, so we're kind of waiting for the go-ahead on that. But we will be open to people who are renting the ice, so that would be She-Wolves, Back Bay, Kingswood, Brewster, all those groups that rent the ice. So, and then that will look a little different too. So please be advised, we will be posting our COVID-19 plan on our website. And there are things that you need to remember. As far as spectators, some groups are not allowing spectators, some are, but it's limited to one per person that you bring to the rink. But good news for us, last year we installed Live Barn, which is a live stream feed from our rink on the ice to show you what's happening on the ice. So it is a subscription base, so you will have to subscribe to it. but it does give you the capability of watching whatever's on the ice. And the beauty of that is because even when you are allowed to come into the rink, the lobby is no longer available for standing. It's more of a pass-through, so if you're utilizing the bathroom or you're going to the locker rooms, other than that, you would have to be in the rink, which if you've been to Pop Whalen, you know the rink is very, very cold. So you would just want to keep that in mind when you're coming here and if you are allowed to come here. So things to remember is to just check our website, our Facebook page, just make sure there's no up-to-date information there that you need to be aware of before you decide to visit. You can always call us or email us as well. So that's for the Pop Whalen Ice and Art Center. As far as Abenaki, we are currently working on the plans for that. Our plans are always to move forward and try to open in the best capacity, safest capacity we see possible. So we are working on that. And once we have it finalized, again, we will share it on the website and on our Facebook page. We do have some programs up and running, so be aware that you can sign up for golf lessons, soccer, and we have a new program. Seacoast United is kind of doing 6 and up, and we are doing under the age of 6, so there's a couple programs there. And then we also have, I think the quilters are starting back up, so we might have some quilters things. So we are coming with programs. It's slowly but surely coming, so just be aware. We did not publish anything in writing this year just because there was so much uncertainty. It would have been a lot of to be determined, and we didn't want to waste our money on to be determined. So we are in the final stages of planning some fall activities and stuff like that. So we will make sure that once we have it confirmed, we will put it in print and get it out to you. So just be on the lookout. Again, Facebook and our website are most up to date, so just make sure you're checking those. And that's all we have for now, but just keep in contact and we will see you soon. Back to you, Will.
Thank you, Christine Collins. All right, now our library director, Cindy Scott, is ready to give us a library update. We're sending it over to you, Cindy Scott.
Thanks, Will. Barbara Widmer, who's been our children's librarian for over 22 years, has delighted generations of children with story time and toddler time programs. She's announced her retirement, and we want to ask anybody who would like to say hello to her or thank her to stop by the library before her last day at the end of October. Also, the small Cynthia Beaver meeting room is now available for people to reserve. It can be used by groups of up to 8 people who can socially distance in that space. And you can call the library to reserve the space at 569-2428. This means that we now have 3 small meeting rooms available for limited access. Back to you, Will.
Thank you, Cindy Scott. Sports are starting up at Kingswood, so we've asked Mr. Dene and Mr. Hossack from the Mike and the Hoss Sports Talk Show to give us a weekly update on upcoming games and events. We're sending it over to you, Mr. Dene and Mr. Hossack.
Thanks, Will. We still haven't really started the full Kingswood season, Coach.
Right.
But we've had a little bit of golf, and really we're looking at 2 weeks from this Friday is the kickoff.
Yeah, so the Friday, October 2nd, that's when you're going to have some guys soccer action, and then football games are coming up.
October 3rd.
October 3rd is Saturday at 1 p.m.
And October 10th.
Yep, that's also Saturday at 1 p.m. Teams have been selected, though. We have all of the varsity and JV teams have been put together. Tryouts have ended, and teams are out there working hard now preparing for their season.
So besides golf and bass fishing, the official start to the fall season as far as games goes is October 2nd.
Yeah, first week of October. October 2nd.
So you guys are watching this on Friday, and so it's 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Back to you, Will.
Thank you, Mr. Dene and Mr. Hossack. And now we will hear from Father Cole and Deacon Charlie at St. Katharine Drexel Catholic Church. Hello, Father Cole and Deacon Charlie. We're sending it over to you.
Well, hi, Will. Welcome to St. Katharine Drexel for another week. And of course, today we just had Mass, Deacon Charlie and myself and the congregation. And this is the first day of autumn, the very first full day, the 22nd of autumn. And you can feel it in the air, that's for sure. There's no question about it. Want to speak about autumn and what?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, Father was talking, probably not news to you, but the weather was quite cool this morning, close to freezing. I actually have my sweater on underneath this, Father, just to stay warm today. So it got us thinking as a parish. Just the other day we talked about this. As the cooler weather comes, we have to make plans for how we can congregate as much as possible within the church. So we're looking at a lot of different possibilities. Obviously, always keeping in mind that we need to do that safely and in compliance with the guidelines under COVID. But we have some ideas that we're working on. And if you have some ideas as well, we'd love to hear them. And so you'll be hearing more about that in the coming weeks as we try to plan that out. We're hoping that we can open up the downstairs and have people come there. We have the technology so that you can actually see what's going on upstairs at Mass, and that would provide more ability for people to come in and receive communion here in the church. So that's one of our objectives for the fall, is to try to figure out how we can accommodate that.
Yes, and this weekend we've been very blessed all summer with every weekend. We've had wonderful weather,
Yes.
and able to give Holy Communion on the patio. And this weekend it'll still be in the 70s. But part of our planning is how we can distribute Holy Communion within the church, which is preferable because people can go back to their seat, their kneeler, have a few minutes of prayer, which is, I think, more respectful. I think we'd all like to be able to do that. But how we do it with 2 Eucharistic ministers and 4 sections in the church, that's what we're working on. So if you have any bright ideas, feel free to let us know. And then, of course, with Christmas coming, we've got to do what we can for Christmas Mass, and we simply don't know how we're going to handle that.
Right. So it's usually our largest masses, right?
So, largest crowds of the year
Right.
are over Christmas. And then to let you know, we did resume religious education this past Sunday with Gertrude Hammond leading the way, and we'll have classes again this week. And if you weren't able to make it, you can just show up and register on Sunday morning. Yeah, come to the 8:30 Mass and then go down into the hall. And we have 17 tables, so people can sit at least 6 feet away from each other. And then only 6 children to a class, so they can spread out, and as they do at school right now. It's the same. They wear masks, they have the social distancing, and we're kind of following the guidelines that the schools are following right now. So we're off and running, but we know that this is going to be a long haul, and so we have to pray for the gift of patience, I think.
Right. Gertrude's doing such a beautiful job with it. I had a chance to talk with her. She had a great turnout, and she's all excited about it. She's working with the high school kids and the kids in college that may be home, that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that, you should really reach out to her and talk with her. She's got so many wonderful things that she's working on right now.
Right, that's right. So there we are. We still have the 7 a.m. Mass right through Columbus Day. So Saturday at 4, Sunday 7 a.m., 8:30, and 10:30. And if you prefer to stay at home and watch on the parish website, we understand that, we respect that. And you can still come after any Mass and receive communion on the patio. Or some have actually chosen to sit outside on the lawn with lawn chairs. Some are sitting in their automobile, listening on the radio or with a laptop. Whatever works for you. We know that people are very nervous about this virus, and so we respect whatever decision you make, but we're doing our best to make the Eucharist available. So, anything else, Charlie, for this week?
No, keep warm, and let's enjoy these Indian summer days that are coming up. It's going to get warmer this weekend, I'm understanding, yeah.
That's right. And you besides the Sunday morning Mass at 10:30, you can watch on Channel 25, the Mass a week later, and also on the radio, the 10:30 Mass is broadcast on WSAR. Did I get that right? WSAR?
WSAR, yeah.
Yes, AM and
FM.
and FM. All right, take care, Will.
Thank you, Father Cole and Deacon Charlie. And thank you for tuning into our weekly program. Remember, there's always something to do in and around Wolfeboro. If you'd like to add an event to our program, please contact Wolfeboro Community Television Station at 569-0219 or send an email to wctv25@gmail.com. We hope to see you out and about, and we look forward to seeing you next week. With clear eyes and full hearts, I'm Will Hunter for Wolfeboro Community Television, bringing your community to view.